Hello. Welcome back to our channel. Safety shoes are often referred to as steel-toe boots. But not all safety shoes are steel-toed. So, what then are safety shoes? They are long-lasting footwear, also referred to as PPE, personal protective equipment. They are required to be worn by workers operating in hazardous environments where exposure to the risk of workplace hazards are high. There are several hazards that can occur in the workplace. They include trips and fall due to slippery grounds, foot injuries from huge falling objects and sharp objects, burns from spilled corrosive chemicals, unconducive weather conditions. Safety shoes do not only serve industrial goals but are also in vogue in today's fashion. Safety shoes like clogs can be added to your fashion essentials. Fashion is like renewable energy. Read on and learn all about these great multi-purpose kicks. After watching this video you will know what a safety shoe comprises of, categories and factors to consider when buying them. Where to use safety shoes. When safety shoes are involved, there's no one size fits all. So, it is of great importance to put into consideration your work environment and its safety requirements. There are various types of safety shoes in different work environments. Although the demand for safety shoes is higher in outdoor occupations, it is still required in other hazardous work environments. Examples of these places are construction sites, laboratories, firefighters, electrical engineering sites. Operating additionally, if you are involved in industrial activities and you feel that your feet are exposed to injuries, you should consider having a safety shoe. Safety shoe categories. Wearing suitable safety shoes is important when trying to achieve safety in the work environment. Good knowledge of the different types and functions of safety shoes eases decision-making. A risk assessment should be carried out in the workplace. This is to assess the risk and risk levels before considering a PPE, personal protective equipment. Available today are different kinds of safety shoes. Let's go through a more elaborate examination of several kinds of safety shoes available for diverse occupations. Metatarsal safety shoes. These are shoes specially produced to protect the structural frame of the feet that is made up of the metatarsal bones. This safety shoe does a great job of protecting the wearer from mishaps caused by falling objects when working. It is highly recommended for regular workers in construction sites involved in activities such as lifting. Safety-toed shoe. This safety footwear is uniquely made with either steel or alloy. This safety footwear offers protection to its wearer. It conceals the toe region and restricts it from getting harmed in cases of accidents or disasters like falling objects. It is often used by workers who operate in outdoor occupations like construction sites, manufacturing facilities, and mills, where hefty industrial materials are being used daily. Electrical hazard safety shoes. This is usually produced for electrical engineers or people exposed to high current of electricity. This safety shoe is worn in places where high-voltage machines and electrical wiring are present. It is made up of a base that protects the wearer and eliminates the risk of exposure to electric shocks and other electrical hazards. Steel insole safety shoes. Made up of long-lasting materials, these safety shoes are highly durable. They are produced for heavy-duty truck drivers and bike riders. These workers are prone to have shifted joint or bone-related problems. The steel plate inserted in the front of this safety shoe helps the wearer and keeps the bones and joints stable from unnecessary movement. Safety clog shoes. Clogs are made of very strong soles. They meet the safety needs of healthcare professionals in the health and agricultural industries. They are made up of durable materials that prevent harm from reaching the wearer. Hence, mishaps resulting from sharp objects and other hospital-related hazards are averted. Rubber safety shoes. This footwear provides more grip on the floor in cases of slippery grounds. Metal instep shoe. This kind of safety shoe keeps your feet protected from accidents or workplace hazards. It is best for workers operating in industrial companies. They protect the toes from spikes and sharp objects such as nails, hand tools, etc. There are other kinds of safety shoes designed to meet several occupations and their safety needs. For example, heat-tolerant shoes are produced to meet the safety needs of firefighters or welders. This group of people is exposed to the risk of fire hazards and high exposure to sparks and fire. Why safety shoes? Workers need to protect themselves using protective defensive equipment, as a result of their occupation and the hazards involved. This reduces the occurrence of workplace hazards. Here are some elaborate reasons on the importance of using safety shoes. Safety shoes act as a shield from trips, falls and slips. Using slip-resistant safety shoes with suitable coverings and outsole hinders the wearer from trips and falls. They generally offer protection from accidents. They are also very useful for the worker at elevated heights like rooftops, which require climbing, as they provide the wearer grip and firmness. Always make sure the right safety shoe is chosen. This is often dependent on the safety needs of the work environment. An extremely cold climate causes cold feet and hypothermia. These are serious work hazards and they shouldn't be ignored in the workplace. Outdoor site workers exposed to cold are at high risk of contracting some cold-related ailments like frostbites. People who work outside in the winter are at risk, as well as employees who work in a wet or refrigerated environment. Workers exposed to extremely cold environments should use water and cold-resistant safety shoes to keep the foot warm always. Other means of maintaining body warmth should be applied. Some safety shoes are cut-resistant. Working in environments like building sites, for instance, increases one's risk of injuries like punctures. Therefore, the use of safety shoes protects the wearer's feet from the risks of perforations from sharp objects and scrap metals. Other benefits of owning safety shoes. Using these shoes help to save cost. When employers provide employees with the appropriate PPE, personal protective equipment, it saves employers the penalty of paying a fine to the health and safety regulatory body. Breaking safety rules and not operating up to standard attracts a fine. Safety shoes save time and increase productivity. Using the right safety shoes prevents or reduces cases of injuries from workplace hazards. Cases of burns and scalds will be reduced. This is especially important for laboratory workers that are exposed to highly corrosive chemicals and workers exposed to hot metals that could splatter on the feet. Safety shoes serve as protection from falling objects. One of the most common causes of foot wounds is falling objects and how they drop directly onto the foot. Safety boots with insole steel coupled with a strong toe cap prevent harm from coming on the feet. Electricity poses a series of hazards in workplaces. Operators could face possible electrical injuries from sparks, contact with a live wire, or gain static charge. To protect workers from shocks and lessen the risks of electrocution, shock-absorbent, and non-conductive safety shoes should be worn. They are made of insulating materials that do not convey current. Foot fatigue is very common in industrial work environments. As a result of standing for long hours, workers experience foot fatigue. Wearing the appropriate safety shoe reduces the fatigue level of workers. The inbuilt insole balances and stabilizes the feet. Points to consider when choosing safety shoes. The wearability and comfort of the wearer should be put into consideration. Fittings ensure that the choice of the safety shoe is comfortable without compromising the protective requirements. Safety shoes should have an abundant toe room. Ensure to walk in safety shoes to determine the level of looseness. Super tight shoes are not advised to be used because they cause discomfort. Safety shoes should match easily about the heel and ankle after being tied. Maintenance of safety shoes. Maintaining a safety shoe is paramount to attain a maximum level of protection. Use a protective coating to make footwear water resistant. Always perform routine checks for damages like exposed toe caps, wears, and tears. Make sure to fix or repair torn or faulty safety shoes. Lastly, safety shoes made for electrical shoes can lose their electrical shock absorbing properties if exposed to wet conditions often. In conclusion, companies need to run a risk assessment regularly. This will help them know the types of hazards workers are prone to and the knowledge on the type of safety shoes they need. If you've enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button below and hit the notification bell so you'll know once we post a new video. Also, drop a comment below so we can know your thoughts. Finally, don't forget to check the description below for more details and visit our site, www.zimsafetyshoes.com, for more awesome safety shoe content like this.